Hi, boys and girls. Happy Monday afternoon. Just sitting around. I wanted to talk to you and check on our seeds, our caterpillars, how things are progressing. We have lots of fun stuff to wrap up. So, last week we were talking about seeds, and I showed you some of the plants I had planted. This is the parsley, which started to sprout on Saturday. So, not sprout, really. These are your seed leaves. When a seed, inside a seed, you have the baby part of a plant, but mostly inside the seed, you have a lot of food, okay? And that food helps get the baby plant, the energy it needs till it can start to make food for itself through photosynthesis by using sunlight, oxygen, water, soil. So these are the seed leaves, which means that this plant will start making food for itself instead of relying on the inside of that seed. So we have our basil and chives that are growing pretty well, and no lavender yet, hopefully soon. The black beans from the other day, I kept them soaking, okay? Here they go. I wanted to put them in this white dish because they kind of stand out against the rest. But these are just dry black beans that I've been soaking since Thursday afternoon. I'm going to try to split this one open. Oh, this one looks, I think it's going to do it. The thing is you got to use water in there to help soften the coat of the seed, okay? So in here, I'm looking at it. It's really kind of hard to see. All this main white stuff is your food. And then you have a really, really tiny part that is your baby plant. Okay, I know that was really hard to see. I'm with you. But I'm going to go to our seeds that we've been having in the window. Now this is the one that just had sun, okay? Let me get a piece of paper. Bring your blank. You are fabulous. Okay. You can see that these look like apple seeds. Just regular old apple seeds. Now, the one that was in the dark and water, sorry, the tape is sticking to something. Oh, fun. All right. Put that down. Technical difficulties. Talk amongst yourself. Seeds. All right. It's stuck to the BJ's book. There. Separated it. So this is the one that was in the dark. Okay. And if you look at it, one of them, just one, has a very, very tiny plant starting to grow. Cool, starting to grow out of there. You can kind of see it. It's very, very tiny. Okay, that is the baby plant. Okay, that's the part that will take in root and sending up seed leaves. And how's it getting energy to do that? From the food that is inside the seed. Okay, now the ones that were in the sun and water. Now they've been in there for about a week, and we've got some baby plants growing in here. You can see that this guy here, the two are together. You can see the one popping out up there. That plant is ready to make roots. That is the first part that comes out, the embryo of the plant, is the part that makes the roots, okay? And then from the roots, you'll have the other part will be your seed leaves that are the last thing that break out of there. But now this baby plant is using the food from that was inside the seed, and the main thing is the water here softened it. The water softened the seed coat so that baby plant could break loose. So that if a seed falls on ground where it's really dry or not so sunny or warm, like in winter and things, the seed won't start to grow until it's wet and a certain getting a certain amount of sunlight, or it's like reaching the ground is reaching a certain temperature. So that's why this is bigger than the one that was in the dark over there. Okay, so I'm going to leave these. I actually did not expect for this to work that well. Hey, that's what I love about science. You can really see it now with my finger in the background. Science, a lot of times you don't get this same exact result twice. That's what makes it so fun. Now I know why you're here. And it's not to hear my wonderful voice or see my beautiful face. You're like, Miss Forbes, how are the caterpillars doing? Well, see for yourself. Here they are. Okay. So, the caterpillars, how have they changed since Friday? Okay. They are getting big. Mr. Forbes went, oh, wow, they're big. I'm like, you have seen nothing yet, sir. They will continue to get big. This stuff down here, this brown thing at the bottom, that is the food. You might be able to see, you probably can't see the web, but you can see that there seems to be like over here kind of things floating. They're on like web. At part of the things that the caterpillar does is it leaves off some of this thread, okay, like a web. It does not use the web to catch any food. Like it's not like a spider that uses it to catch other insects for it to eat. It just spins it kind of like, just kind of spins it. The little lighter brown balls, the same color of their food, is their waste. And yeah, they go, but they can still access the food that's underneath of it. In the wild, they really eat leaves and things like that. I could open them, put some kind of leaves in there, but they already provide you with enough food there to get them into their pupa stage. Okay, they are still larvae. The little black guys are. Where are they? There's a couple there. They're gonna they'll get more and more as they shed more skin. Oh, here's one over here, right there, right up front center. That is their skin that they had molted. Okay. Remember we talked about their pants get too tight. They have their skeletons on the outside, so they shed their extra skin and they just leave it behind. Usually it'll attach to a leaf or something like that. Okay, and this guy over here is moving. It's kind of cool watching him move from underneath. This guy here. Okay, there are there's 5 in each cup. That's how they come. I checked yesterday and I saw 5 that are continuing to grow. So that is in each cup. So that is great. So hopefully we'll have 10 caterpillars in their pupa, maybe by the end of the week. Okay. But we'll talk about that a little bit more then. So I've posted this exclusively on Google Classroom. I'm glad to see that you have found Google Classroom. This is where I'll be posting stuff for us to do. This week I'm kind of posting it so you get the hang of it. So that next week when it becomes graded, and I'll be talking to your grown-ups about that on Wednesday, you'll know what to do. You'll be like, oh, I already know how to do this. Okay? So I really, really suggest that you do the work that I post this week. There won't be much. Just because you're learning how to use it, I'm learning how to use it too. Okay? Because I haven't used this platform before. I haven't used Google Classroom. When I went to school to be a teacher, back in the ages when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, this is not what I had planned for. I would rather see you each day. I'd rather to hear your thoughts and answer your questions and things like that. I just please know, I miss you a lot. All of you, I really, really do. I hope you are doing well. You're staying safe, staying 6 feet if you're outside and you run into somebody else crosses your path. Make sure that you give that space. Washing your hands 20 seconds, especially when you come from someplace out you were outside. Wiping down commonly used surfaces like doorknobs and handles of doors if you're in public places, or carts and things like shopping carts and all. So just continue working, boys and girls. I know you're a rock star. I've seen the things you've been doing on Study Island and Kids A to Z and the things that you've been sending me and your grown-ups have been sending me. Just keep rocking, okay? And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Say bye, guys. Bye.